So, I'm going to ask us, after especially that invigorating performance by the Moortown Maroons, to be upstanding and let us acknowledge not only the performers, but let us prepare ourselves, our minds and our bodies, as we get the presentations now from the incoming Member of Parliament for East Portland. So please stand and give him a rousing round of applause as he comes to the podium. Isat Buchanan, and I can actually now call him Isat, my comrade brother, because normally when we appear together, we can't use our first names, which our first name is Comrade. I'm going to introduce him in a very succinct way. He exemplifies the belief that every human being is entitled to a second chance. His career, relatively short in his chosen field, the legal profession, can be characterized in one word: possible. Where many persons would say the cases he has led that a positive outcome was impossible, Isat has shown that indeed it is possible. Comrade Doreen made an interesting analogy. Never thought about it before. One person in particular loved to talk about the 18 years. Tonight we can tell him the next time him open his mouth about 18 years, look at the man in the mirror, because he has had 18 years and Portland has suffered for that. She gave another analogy about the work of Nanny and others to liberate us from estate living, and now to come in 2025 and to be told that all of us are on their estate. If one person can do the possible, which is to liberate East Portland and lift his sister's chances of liberating West Portland, please welcome your liberator, Comrade Isat Buchanan.
Hey, I'm Kayla, and I'm one of the AI voices from Revoicer. Thanks to its next-generation emotion-based text-to-speech engine, Revoicer brings your AI voiceovers to life. My voice sounds so natural because I understand exactly the meaning of each phrase, so I know how to add inflections in my voice, just like a real human would do. Creating human-sounding voiceovers from text has never been easier. Just paste your text into Revoicer's easy-to-use interface. Choose the language and the voice you want to use. Choose the tone or the emotion you want your voiceover to express, and click on Generate. That's it. It's that easy. Whether you're looking to create a corporate video or something more creative, there is a perfect voice.
Blessings, blessings, and greetings. And it's always a pleasure to see so many people gathered in one place, knowing that we are fighting for the same cause, change for Jamaica. And we are fighting to ensure that the future of our children and the generations that follow is one that is bright, one that is orange, and one that is filled with the endless amount of possibilities. So as I greet the next Prime Minister of Jamaica and say, welcome to Portland from Isat Buchanan. And as I greet the world boss himself, soon to be the 6-star general from St. Vincent, Comrade Ralph Gonsalves, Prime Minister of St. Vincent, I say welcome to East Portland. To the future ministers and future member of parliaments that sit among us, the greatness that is Jamaica's future. As well as I'm saying a special welcome to my visitor, and I will ask you to stand, Minister Brewster, and put you on live to let them know that this medical doctor is a professional politician because the people needs him. Eastern and Portland Western. It's one Portland, never Varsland. And as I right now summon the spirit of Nanny, and I have brought the Maroons here from all the way of a compound. Chief, I'm asking you to stand. Your presence and greatness is among us. Chief Sterling, I don't know, I know you're here somewhere, but let me tell you something. Yes, Chief, bring the drummers for me. And I know I wasn't deaf, but I hear broke the vase. And my foot just a go so. And I see Doreen foot just a go so. So just remember that. If you never hear it, I know 2 people right now that shiver every time and very nervous. They're looking in the glean and they're nervous. I'll soon tell you why. But I come to talk to you tonight about vision. And don't worry, I know David say, even when him think it, them steal it. Well, there are some people that when they speak it into existence, there are those who can't copy it. There are those who can't bring it into reality. I am one of those persons, and everything I say tonight will come to pass. And I want to start with the youth of Portland. Because no matter how it is, everywhere we go across Jamaica, there is a disconnect in terms of include Eastern and Portland Western, Portland Parish, that is building 2,800 houses since burial. Burial that just passed. And while your government says, is burial while it's not a recession, it's not a compression, it's not any action. The reality is your government has failed you, and that is why time come for change. Now, everything when we're bringing the heat is tied and connected, so I don't have to repeat. But when we speak of health, and I'm ending at the health part, mental health is an area that people do not understand, but it's so important because we are nothing without our health. And if our health is neglected, it is tied and attached to our right to life. This government is stifling your life, a healthy life, a mentally healthy life. And when you think of your brothers and sisters, whether it be at school age or thereafter, who was never assessed for learning disabilities, for different mental disorders, it is because the government, as it is right now, does not understand it. And while it is, they may have senators that think they are qualified to diagnose, reject it, because insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. And so there can be no third term, none. That is what you're going to mash down. Reject it. And how we come together as the people of Portland Eastern, and I know Jamaica at large as I speak to you, I'm going to tell you something about Duppy's story and the truth. I'm going to tell you something about what is the facts, and you must check it. Don't make media turn it and twist it and flip it and reverse it. And a music, your life is not a musical. Reject it. So let's start this way. It is a fact that we are in a recession. Anything else is Duppy's story. It is a fact that in Portland Eastern, them take away Blue Lagoon from the men who used to make a living there. It is a fact. Me not come off of the Blue Lagoon yet. Me not have no villa down there. So I'm going to tell you something why I can talk up for you. It is a fact that the road that is blocked by a security company that nobody wants to admit who is paying them. Yes, it is a fact that that road is a parish council road, and the parish council has the responsibility to give you complete access to it. Anything else is dopey story. No matter how much time you put press releases in the media, reject it, dash it away. You can't twist and flip and reverse the truth. It is a fact that while I am speaking to you, this beautiful parish, Prospect fishing village is being taken away from the young men and women who have lease agreements and who have their businesses that they strive and survive from. It is a fact that Winifred Beach, some umpy-scumpy things going on there, more to come. It is a fact that Sanko Beach is taken away from the people, regardless of the arrangement. It is a fact that everything that is beautiful that belongs to you, you are being disenfranchised from this current government, and your MP is incapable of advocating for you. Yes, it is a fact that anything and anyone who come and try to refute anything I just said is giving you a dopey story. I'm going to tell you one more fact, because it's not only Uni watching. It is a fact that any member of parliament or any person who feel in 2025 you can play the race card on one of the blackest man in the land who will be your next prime minister, you is a dunce. Do that and beat me. Make sure you're looking at the camera. So you see, right now, I hear people talk about you're going to rub out and you're going to do this. Just call the election, because I promise you, it is a fact I will be your next MP. After the election is called, we have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of healing. And I'm saying to every citizen of Portland, Portland is for you. Every person who not yet a comrade, come home. Yes? Those who are angry, come home. Those who were bamboozled and tricked, come home. Those who are given a t-shirt with a little something in it, come home. Don't take it this time. Dash with that. Send them out of the parish. Run them out. We hear about cockroach. We hear about the lie them. So what I say? Rebuke them. Rub them out. Run them out. Mash them down. Broke the vase. That is what we are here to do. And anybody who is afraid of me, I am here to advocate to you. Your free speech is yours. Say anything you want. Come me, I go come to court and defend you for free. The word is love.
In the politics of Jamaica, and he refuted, rebuked it, and said he is as Jamaican as any Jamaican is, because he's a Caribbean man. Let us put our hands together and welcome Comrade Ralph Gonsalves.
Comrade Chairman, the President of the People's National Party, Mark Golden, my friend and brother and comrade, Isat Buchanan, and all our friends and comrades and warriors present here. I came to Jamaica yesterday for one principal purpose: to speak at the University of the West Indies to students on the issue of leadership. Isat, of course, whom I got to know personally last year, asked me if I can stay on and attend this event. And of course, I agreed to be at this forum. I came to Jamaica 59 years ago. I know Jamaica more than 80% of the people here listening to me, because I've been here before you. I don't know how many of you landed at Palisados in September 1966. Before that, I don't know how many of you. Damian, you never land Palisados before me. And I was a student at the University of the West Indies for 5 years, from 1966 to 1971, where I did a first degree and a graduate degree. And I went away and did a PhD and returned in 1974 and taught at the University of the West Indies for 2 years here in Jamaica, and then was transferred to Barbados to teach at Cave Hill. And in 1979, I took a sabbatical and returned to St. Vincent and the Grenadines to assist the progressive forces who are engaged in the struggle for independence. And after we achieved independence, the government in Barbados declared me persona non grata, that I couldn't return to Barbados. I had a woman and a child, Jamaican woman. And I decided, well, if that is so, I will continue my political activism. And there are many countries in the region in 1979 which prevented me from entering. I was born a rebel. I was born with a rebel seed. I was a young rebel. I am today an old rebel. Wiser, more experience, and know how to do things fairly well. There are a lot of things to rebel against. A lot of things to do better. Poverty, poor health, unemployment, insecurity, crime. And you may be asking, well, why is it that this old man continues? I'm 78 years of age. And I do not intend to leave behind any unfinished task. I have been Prime Minister now for 24 years. From 2001. By the end of this year, when we go to the polls again, I would have served almost 25 years as the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The People's National Party and the Unity Labour Party and its predecessor, the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Labour Party, have had party-to-party links going way back since the federal days. Were part of the West Indies Federal Labour Party. And of course, as a student in Jamaica, I was very much involved in political activities, and I knew Michael very well, and we corresponded. He was my friend. He was my comrade. He was my mentor. Now, I became president of the Guild of Students in 1968. And as a consequence of my role as a student leader, when the then government, headed by a good person, Hugh Lawson Shearer, was Prime Minister, the government decided to ban Walter Rodney on October the 15th. He had attended a Black Writers Conference in Montreal, Canada, and on his return, he was prevented from re-entering Jamaica. Had his wife here with a child, and his wife was pregnant. And when I heard about it the evening, I mobilized the students on and off the campus. And the next day, we marched in our thousands and were joined by thousands of Jamaicans of all walks of life to protest. We were beaten and tear-gassed. You can read about it. I've written about it. There's a monograph I've written. It's on Amazon. You can buy it, or you can find it in the library anywhere at the university here. And the campus was under siege for 2 weeks. And I say under siege with guns. And then we returned to classes. And shortly after we returned to classes, Sir Philip Sherlock, then Vice Chancellor, a great man, told me that the Jamaican government said that I was a security risk and that I had to be deported. And he made arrangements for me to complete my university education at the University of the West Indies in Trinidad. I went to the Faculty of Social Sciences where I was enrolled. Bruce Golden, my friend, was in that class. And I told Bruce, he said, no, they're making a big mistake. So he went to the office of the Secretary of the Economics Department and telephoned Eddie Siaga, who was then Minister of Finance and at Vale Royal. And Siaga invited Bruce, myself, and another Jamaican to come to dinner that evening. When I went to dinner that evening, Hugh Shearer called, and I spoke with him, and he said that they will reverse the order. So my friend Bruce Golden saved me from being deported from Jamaica. Sometimes when we got into conflict with one another in CARICOM, because sometimes our politics didn't see eye to eye. He said the worst decision I ever make is to save you from deportation from Jamaica.